currently the municipalities they've really been experiencing a gridlock over the last 3 to 5 years, and they're running deficits, and it's hindering their ability to deliver the essential cities services to the residents. And I mean, just put bluntly, they've got to put together a deficit elimination plan in order to return the municipality to fiscal stability. The changes that we've seen in the private industry are now moving to the public sector. And it's a lot of the same issues. You've got dropping revenue. You've got the revenues that are reducing faster than the expense reductions. As a result, you're running deficits, cash flow, shortfalls, etc. And then you run up an accumulation of debt. And there comes to a point in time for every entity, whether you're General Motors or whether you're the city of Pontiac, where you just start running out of cash. And there will come a day when every entity does that. When you look at GM and Chrysler, I mean, you think about the news stories then, they start talking about, when they're going to start running out of cash. And you see that with Pontiac too. I think I saw the other day, and this is just public information that, I just read where they're talking about running out of cash by December. So we are. The same thing that happened in private is now entering the public sector. And it all comes about, look, the easy solutions are, well, geez, if we could just increase revenue or increase property taxes per se, that'll fix everything. But the people out there, a lot of them are hurting. They lost their jobs. A lot of families are down to one income or maybe none, whatever the case may be. And nobody's going to, not many communities these days are going to pass a millage to increase taxes. So what does it come down to? It comes down to reducing your expense base. So when you look at a municipality based on what I've seen when I've pulled the financial statements, roughly 80% of all the cost is wrapped up in wages and fringe benefits. So I think it's incumbent on everybody to look at all the opportunities to reduce expenses. But ultimately, it will come back to that line item, and that means sitting down with the unions and gaining concessions to making the whole thing work. There comes a point in time as revenue starts to drop. You have to ask yourself, okay, can we continue to cut? We've cut expenses X. Can we go any farther? And typically, you can, but the other option to look at is the consolidation of that particular city. When you look at contracting a city, you might first look at consolidating departments within the city, reducing overhead, reducing administrative costs. That's step one. Everybody starts to look at that. Step number two may be consolidating that particular city maybe with another city. That's another way to kind of wring out the overhead and administrative costs. Instead of having 2 mayors and 2 city councils and 2 DPW units, you have 1. Or maybe you take it to the third level. You consolidate that city up with the county. Mm-hmm. And these are all the things that are being looked at. A lot of times people are resistant to change, especially those that may lose their jobs because of the consolidation, whether it might be the mayor or the folks or the fire chief or wherever the case may be. So you're always going to have opposition when there's change, but the way business was being conducted before wasn't working. That's what led to the whole EM process and sort of the change management that's going on. So consolidation is kind of a key buzzword that you're hearing a lot of these days, and it'll continue because I think that's a real possibility. And that's going to be part of the solution going forward. We've noticed and seen over the last couple of years as property taxes have fallen, as populations have declined, and the cities and many of the school districts are running deficits, and it's not getting fixed. So we saw the state of Michigan also took action here earlier this spring by passing Public Act number 4 of 2011, which created the emergency manager process in that law. And we were part of that process. There was some due diligence and training going on, and we participated in that earlier this year. So really we just kind of watched the market and saw that as an opportunity for us to provide value and fix in the public sector what we did in the private sector.